Welcome back to practice. We're going to continue working the glutes today. So we're going to be working from a lying position, well not lazy lying, but we're going to be lying on our side, firing up those seat muscles without having to stand up on our feet. So let's come onto our left side. You can bring your forearm down to the floor. Right hand can come in front and just take a slight gradient from your hips down to your knees to your feet. Try and keep out of that left side of the waist, so avoid sinking into the spine because we want the movement to happen from the muscle rather than from the joints. So what we're going to do is lift up, knee, so toes tap to toes, and then we bring the knee in front as far as we can in front of the thigh. Tap to the toes, to the floor, toes to the floor. We don't have to touch the floor. We're not allowing the pelvis to move, so we don't want to rock back and rock forward. This is going to be happening in the spine, no glute action is working. So keeping this area still, and if you need to place your hand onto your pelvis just to check that the movement's happening from the muscles, do so. And you might think, you know what, our bodies are really clever and they love to be lazy. So if you're feeling the burn straight away, great, that's what we want to feel. We want to feel that lovely burning. Good, so do as many reps as you feel you can. You can always take little breaks. Toes, floor, toes, floor. 3 more. Tap, tap. So I'm going to tap 3 times at the knee. 1, 2, 3, and extend it all the way out in front. Good. Tap, 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 extend. Good. Tap, 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 extend. Tap, tap. Oh, I can already feel it. Extend. Tap, tap, tap. 2 more. Tap, tap, tap. Keep out of that left side of the waist. Hold it directly in line with the belly button. Just tap the toes down and lift. Not too high, so just back in line with the hip. Good. Tap and lift. 3 more. Tap, lift. This one's killer. Tap, lift, tap, lift. 1 more for luck. Tap, lift. Toes to toes. Little clams. Open, close. Open, close. Feel that little squeezing at the top happening from your glute. And again, avoid the roll back. So if you feel the spine is doing this, the pelvis is moving, check in so you can literally look at your hip. Or you can place your hand to your hip to prevent yourself from rolling back. I quite like placing the whole palm down sometimes just to make sure like a little push forward to prevent me from rolling back. Good, little pulses up with that knee. If you want to work a little bit harder, lift the feet up and keep the pulsing happening. Good, pulse, pulse, pulse. This is really hurting. Pulse, pulse. Again, try and stay out of that left side. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the thigh down, extend. Right leg, toes pointing down. We just tap and lift. Now we're not coming so high that we come into the spine, so it's just as high as you can lift the leg using the muscles without sinking into your spine. Lifts, it's not about height, it's always about integrity, using the appropriate muscles to get that elevation. We're going for 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Flex the foot. We'll bring a little circle, so we're going to come forward, up, round and back. Forward, up, round and back. Try not to let your pelvis go with you again, so keep it nice and steady. It's that upward lift that's torture, isn't it? Forward, round, up and back. Good. 2 more circles this way. We'll reverse the direction. Forward, up, round and back. Let's go back the other way. Back, up and over. Good. Back, up and over. Good. Back, up and over. 2 more. 1 more. Keep the leg lifted, point the toes. We're going to do little rainbows, so we'll tap to the back of the mat, up, to the top of the mat, up. Corner to corner, lift, corner, lift, corner, lift. It's that lift that might be the torturous bit. Tap, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift. Good. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend the knee. Pull the heel towards the buttock. We can flex or point the foot and then push back, back, back. So keep the thigh in line with the hip and then we push back from there. Back, back, back. Keep pulling the heel towards the glute. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So keeping the pelvis still again, we're just rotating the leg bone, femur into the hip socket and then rotating back. Open and back, open and back. Still pushing that knee back behind you. Open and back, open and back. 2. Keep the knee open and push back, back. So there's a little opening of the knee. The hip is a little bit externally rotated. This is another killer one. Let's go 5, last push. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring knees to knees. We can come all the way up into a little mini child's pose position. Maybe just wag the tail a little bit side to side, release the back. Good work. We're going to swap to the second side. So coming onto the right forearm. Knees a little bit at that gradient. Left hand can be in front. Picking up left knee. Keep the hips stacked on top of each other and we come in front, toes to toes. Remember, we don't have to touch the floor. So we're trying to keep the pelvis still as opposed to having this rocking going in the pelvis. So if you notice you're rocking, place that hand back onto the kind of glute med area, so the top of the hip. Tap. This is my weaker side. Tap, tap. What about you guys? Tap, tap. Good. So keep breathing. Trying to allow muscles to work on demand. They're working because we're using them. Tap, tap. 5 more. Tap, tap. 3, 2. Now 3 taps, 1 extension. 1, 2, 3. Extend. 1, 2, 3. Extend. Keep out of this right side. Extend. 1, 2, 3. Extend. 1, 2, 3. Extend. 2 more. Extend. 1 more. Hold it there. We tap down, lift. Not so high. So remember, working muscles. I want it to feel horrible. Feel the muscle working. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, toes to toes, little clams. Close, open. So a little squeeze at the top. Oh, this one just feels so much nicer than the last one, even though it's not that nice. So clams are great. You want to get the squeeze. And if you want to bring a resistance band into this one, awesome. You can always bring resistant bands in just to add a little bit more effort, or even a weight. You want to weight something down on the outer edge of the thigh to make your body have to work harder. You can do that too. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. Now we can pulse here, or to make it harder, lift the feet and pulse up. So same shape, the feet are just off the floor. It makes it so much harder. Let's go for another 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Release, extend, left leg out, toes pointing down, we tap down and up. Remember, again, it's about integrity. So we're not sinking into the waist, making the spine do all the work. We're making the muscles do the work. So only lift as high as you feel the squeezing of the muscle. Squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, circles forward, up, round and back. Again, keep the pelvis nice and steady. So avoiding throwing your pelvis back and forward, but keeping that movement happening in the glutes. The hips are moving sure, the femur's moving in the hip bone, but the muscles are powering the movement. Let's reverse the direction, go back, up and over. Oh, that was the hard bit. I'm with you on this, I can feel it. Bum is burning. 2 more, lift up circle forward. Lift up, circle forward. Now point the toes. Remember, we're going to come corner, lift, corner. So like a triangle shape without the base, a little weird spiky rainbow. Lift, lower, up, front corner, up, back corner, up, front corner, back corner. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, squeeze the heel close towards the hamstring, so squeeze it in. We push back, back, back. Hamstring will switch on. Remember, hamstrings and glutes connected. So you want to feel that firing up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the hips nice and stable, we just open and close, keeping that push back. So we're still pushing the thigh back, but opening the femur into the hip. Open, lower. Don't internally rotate, we're just coming back to neutral. Open, back to neutral. Open, back to neutral. Good. Keep that open position and then push back, back, back. Last push, I promise. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back onto the knees if that feels good, and give your butt a little bit of a wag. Good. And then we can come up to seated. Take a moment just to be thankful for your energy and your exercises you've done today. Well done, guys. Namaste.